Welcome to the first of hopefully many episodes of Dinner with a Therapist, where you cook dinner with a therapist. We talk about mental health, we talk about visibility, and tonight we are making steak tacos. Grab something to take the edge off. If you've been following me for a little bit, then you know I love to cook. I post a lot of my cooking over on the other app, and I have been yapping about I want to make cooking content and I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about. But I felt really intimidated. Something that has been really bugging me, honestly, is the amount of bullying that I see online. Not because it's typically like faceless losers or people who have their accounts on private so they don't have anything to stand for it. But I remember when I was in school, like we sat through how impactful online bullying was. Like your digital footprint was going to be very important. And I think that we have really forgotten that there are other people on the other side of the screen. We have forgotten that real people are reading your comments. Personally, think you're a loser and want nothing to do with you if you spend your time trolling other people on the internet. Like everyone else during the pandemic, I was like, I want to teach myself how to cook, and not just like cook, but make really good food because I primarily eat at home and I don't like leftovers. But I love it. It's genuinely like burnout prevention for me to make really good food, to know that at the end of the day of working, whether I had a good day or a bad day, whatever kind of day I had, I can have a really good meal and I don't need to pay someone to make it for me. And that kind of independence really feeds my soul. My rice, I'm just gonna do a pretty typical yellow rice, Zatarain's a good brand. Whenever I like to make my rice, I always like to mix it with a bouillon cube in the water. It just gives it a little extra flavor. Even though I do come on these apps regularly talking about the value of visibility for therapists, I also want to acknowledge that you do not need to be on social media to be a successful private practice therapist. Private practices have existed before Instagram, before TikTok, and they will continue to have the longevity that they've had. I think having a personal brand is so valuable for therapists who maybe want to pivot out of clinical work, who recognize side of even being a therapist and using that specific expertise has been really valuable. It's given, at least for me, I would not have had I not decided to start posting on social media and building my podcast. It's connected with some of the most amazing therapists that I wouldn't have met if I wasn't on social media. And it's just given me different perspective on work, myself. Like people say, entrepreneurship is people's greatest teacher, and it sure as hell has been that for me. Without further ado, here's the finished product. I added some cotija cheese, some corn, and my cilantro lime sauce. Please let me know if you want to keep seeing content like this, and I'll see you tomorrow for dinner with a therapist.